Oh my goodness, Obama says something that I pretty much agree with. That's monumental, y'all. That's like polar shifting. So don't be too surprised when you flush the toilet and notice that the water is now spiraling down in the opposite direction.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Okay, so recently Obama was interviewed on Univision.
Cabrón!
Yet Obama, the guy who thinks it's better for Americans to know a whole bunch of different languages like the Europeans do, did the interview in English. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad he did the interview in English, but being that he's the globalist patronizer in chief and all, I was sure he'd at least try to roll his R's a little bit. Then again, maybe he learned from Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, and John Kerry that those lead press-on accents really only make you look stupid. Anyway, during the course of the interview on Univision,
Puto!
and during the course of the interview, Obama says this, in English, mind you, even though it's really hard to understand him with that thick Marxist accent.
I think that I've learned some lessons over the last 4 years. And the most important lesson I've learned is that you can't change Washington from the inside. You can only change it from the outside. That's how I got elected.
That's pretty much right. That's why Obama is so dependent on people who aren't in Washington to make his change. He depends on Hollywood. He depends on the unions. He depends on the liberal faculty of the schools and the universities to make the change. The change starts in the culture. The culture shapes who goes into office to represent them. Too many Republicans really have yet to grasp that. They keep saying that the government works for us, yet don't seem to really grasp that the government is by us. If they understood that, they would be more culturally involved to help cultivate better representatives and a culture who can appropriately appreciate their God-given rights they're elected to maintain. But no, too many Republicans are just as government-minded as Democrats. They're always looking for someone to go into Washington and change things. The change ain't in Washington. You can't effectively change Washington until you've effectively changed the culture. We have a culture that is largely wired to accept what is unconstitutional and antithetical to the Declaration of Independence, and are in rabid opposition to those who are conservative with the interpretation of our founding documents. I mean, Obama supporters don't even seem to be fazed that Obama now has a flag that mimics the US flag. So even when you pledge allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, you'll have him in mind. Considering Obama's new flag, it kind of takes that abomination thing to a whole new level, doesn't it? It's kind of like when the abomination of the golden calf symbol was made, and people who didn't know or didn't care that it was wrong embraced it. Obama supporters foolishly accept this symbolism too, and as far as I'm concerned, it seems fitting because Moses broke the commandment stones over the calf because they were in the throes of breaking all the commandments anyway. And here it is, 2012 AD, and the very policies of the Democrat Party are to violate the 10 Commandments. Liberals talk about being progressives, but when it comes to repeating deadly mistakes of the past, liberals are the worst offenders. I'm Alfonso Rachel with Zone Nation, and I'll say again that liberalism is about as progressive as cancer. Anyway, during the course of the interview on Univision,
Puto!
do I have to call cut? I don't have to call cut, do I? No.